Hey everyone, Couch Investor back with another LMND video for you today. So a lot of you have been asking me in the comments and on Twitter what's going on with the insider selling in LMND. We've seen the CEO sell his shares, we've seen Shai Wininger, the co-founder, sell his share as well. A lot of you have been saying and probably reading on Twitter as well, they've sold 50% of their shares. Why are they selling so much? Don't they believe in the company? What's going on? So I'm going to talk about that in this video. I can tell you already right now, so you can calm down and keep watching this video while being relaxed. It's not even close to 50%. It's not even close to 10%. So you can relax right now. We're going to look at the numbers as well. We're going to talk about why there is insider selling, the good and the bad, and when you should be panicking, not in this case. There's also a lockup expiring today. That's why you will see the stock price go down bit by bit. Obviously, if there is lots of buying action, the price might not drop that much. But that's just speculation from my part. I don't know what's going to happen in the next few days. I just know that there's going to be a lot of shares on the market available for us to buy. But before I continue to this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And if you like these videos, leave it an early thumbs up as it really helps me outgrow the channel and get my videos out there. Also, for every 1,000 likes this video gets, I will be donating $10 to Team Trees. Basically, 10 trees will be planted for each 1,000 likes my videos get. Now, without further ado, let's dive into this. Right, so looking at the charts, we can see that actually 2 weeks ago, the stock was very volatile. It was lingering between the $90 and the $100 mark. Since then, the stock has actually gone up 52% to $135. Since we've hit that high, I hope some of you have taken profit and have learned from your past mistakes. For example, with Fastly when it was going up to $130 and then went all the way back down to $70. Now we're back down 20% to around $110. But in my opinion, it can go lower because, well, there is the lockup expiring tomorrow. That doesn't really mean a lot. It's just one added thing that you might consider if you want to buy or sell. But in my opinion, if it goes back to $100, that will be a 27% decrease. And at $100, we have a bigger base, let's say bigger support than at 110. I have buy orders which was triggered already at 110, at 100 and at $90 to add to my position. Yes, I took some profit at $127. Alright, so first let's try to understand why executives and why there is insider selling, the good and the bad, why they might be selling their shares. So let's start with the bad point is obviously they know things we don't know. So if they know that there will be probably no partnerships with company X, or maybe there will be a broken partnerships with company Y, they might be selling their shares because they know the stock price might go down. Now on the flip side, selling their shares before earnings report is not allowed because obviously that wouldn't be very legal and not very fair to the shareholders and the market as a whole because they already know if they missed earnings or if they didn't miss earnings. Now on the flip side again, it could be nothing. It could be orders that has been set since the IPO, automatic sell orders, or like Bill Gates, for example, he has set automatic sell orders each and every month for X amount of shares. Same thing can be done here with LMND. Maybe they've set, or maybe it's a contract that each month or each 2 months they have to sell X amount of shares. So they can spread it like that. Maybe 100,000 shares on the 2nd of the month, 300,000 shares on the 29th of the month. Just an example. Now another extreme example might be Elon Musk tweeting the price of Tesla is too high. Obviously, when he tweeted that, the stock price went down. This might be regarded as the same thing as executives selling their shares. The CEO tweeting something like that will trigger a market sell-off. Now another example might be Jeff Bezos. You know the story when he divorced. So his ex-wife received a lot of shares. The market reacted negatively because they thought his wife will sell all these shares. Obviously, this is also in the same group as insider selling because she was part of the board or whatnot. Obviously, she kept those shares, so the market overreacted and then we went back up. Now, the last 2 points before we go into the numbers is some of the executives get paid in shares. So yes, obviously, after a while, they might want to cash in their salary. So they might be selling their shares to buy a house, maybe pay for college for their kids, buy a car, go on vacation, etc. There's also a point of tax purposes, but I'm not a professional in that. I don't really know what's going on with taxes in the United States, etc. regarding executives holding their shares and selling. So I'm not going to discuss that any further, but just so you keep that in mind as well. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's go and look at the numbers a bit. Let's see how many shares they had before the IPO and how many shares they have now. Let's see at the selling activities so that you can relax and enjoy the ride with me. So first up, let's go and look at the S1 filings. All right, so as you can see here, Daniel Schreiber has 15.5 million shares. Shai Wininger has 15.9 million shares. That was before the offering. All right, now let's go and look at those little numbers that you see here on the side, because those are very, very important. All right, so for Daniel Schreiber, it's number 6. It consists of 1.8 million shares of common stock, 1.6 million shares of common stock held by Dan & Dan Ltd, and 7.2 million shares of Series C, and 4.7 million shares of Series D. Now it's very important to note that the last two, the 7.2 million shares and the 4.7 million shares, you will see the exact same number here at number 7 for Shai Wininger, because those shares belong to both of them as part of the SoftBank group capital. So Shai Wininger consists of 3.9 million shares of common stock, 7.2 million shares Series C, and 4.7 million shares Series D. Now I've added all of those shares up, so for Daniel Schreiber it's approximately 15.5 million shares, and for Shai Wininger it's approximately 15.9 million shares. Obviously a lot of these shares are indirectly owned because they're held by SoftBank, but at least now you have these numbers. So now let's go look at the statements of how much they've been selling in the past few weeks, if not months. So first up we have Daniel Schreiber. We can see here all his selling activities, but we can see that the last time he sold was 8th of December. We can see here he directly owned 350,000 shares. Now let's pull up the calculator real quick. So we have 350,000 shares owned directly, plus approximately 2.6 million shares. I'll write the exact number in the calculator, plus 11,983,384 shares. That's a total of 14.9 million shares. So he just sold approximately 600,000 shares, which is not even 4% of his total position, just so you know. Now let's go and look at Shai's selling activities. We can see here again, the common stock, the indirectly owned, is the same number as with Daniel Schreiber, but let's see at the directly owned, he still has 3.4 million shares. So let's calculate that. So it's 3,409,422 plus 11,983,384, which means he still has 15.3 million shares. Same thing here. He sold approximately 600,000 shares, which is again not even 4% of his total position. Right, so what can we make of this information? First up, we can see that both of them own together 11 million shares. Indirectly, it's been held by SoftBank, so that's fine. All right, directly owned shares, yes, they've sold a lot of directly owned shares. But again, like we've said in the beginning of this video, might mean a lot of things. What's really interesting is that they both sold approximately 600,000 shares. Now that might mean that maybe it was in a contract or whatnot. It was probably something set in advance that they both have to liquidate maybe around 600,000 shares by the end of the year. Who knows? But to answer the most important question is, are they liquidating more than 50% of their shares because they don't believe in the company anymore? The answer is no. As my good friend Chicken says, don't be a donkey, don't believe people that just put out numbers without doing some research. Hopefully this clears up a lot of your questions, a lot of uncertainties regarding Lemonade. Yes, the stock price might go down because of the amount of shares that will be coming into the market this week. Obviously it's the end of the year, there is a shorter trading week, lots of things might happen, so don't be afraid to hold your position, sell, buy, don't panic, don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. Like I've been saying since the first video of Lemonade, this stock, this company is for the long term. I'm holding it for the next 5 to 10 years. If you're in it for the short term, I don't think this is a good stock for you because the prices will be very, very volatile. So that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.